Alrighty boys, welcome back to another step-by-step video. To get us started, I have two Nitro cells to show you guys for some free kills. This first one's going to be over on Lair. This is going to be for when the enemy team is pushing operational and they're on the 90 wall and getting ready to push the hallway from Mez here. You're going to go ahead and rotate down into lobby and then toss your Nitro cell out where I do right here to go ahead and get yourself a free kill. This next one's going to be over on coastline. This is going to be for when the enemy team is pushing for service, and basically the idea is you want to prone and then you basically want to walk forward and you're going to toss your Nitro cell out to get yourself a little bit extra distance so that way it lands outside of the service doorway to get yourself another free kill right there. I lied, I have one more Nitro cell to show you guys. This next one's going to be over on Chalet. This is going to be for when enemy team is going to be on the big window repelled. Basically all you're doing is waiting for a little bit of audio that they are like distracted or they're punching the window or they are shooting through the window, and then you can go ahead and toss your Nitro cell out for a free kill. Next up, we've got a clip here where I was playing Blackbeard against a bunch of triple digits. These type of games are always going to be really difficult. In my opinion, I feel like every single time you play against like a bunch of like high champs or whatever, you should always have a shield player, in my opinion, because if you don't have a shield player, it's going to be like extremely hard for you to actually win against like these type of stacks, because a lot of the times they're going to be super aggressive. If you're on console, they're most likely going to be mouse players as well, and you know what I mean, it's just going to be like really difficult, especially if you're solo queue or whatever you're doing, you know what I mean. It doesn't really matter, but basically I would always recommend having a shield because it does make your life a lot easier when it comes to playing against these type of stacks. But you can see right here, I drone out east stairs. The reason I do this is because I want to push this Rooney that was on my break room door. The Rooney ended up running back in this position, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try to push this Goyo that's playing inside of security here. Now unfortunately he gets backup from his vigil here, so I can't easily push for that 1v1. And then right here, what I was thinking about doing is I was thinking about rotating over to the lockers while my teammates are playing, and basically my idea was going to be to push there. However, my teammates decided they were going to start rotating away from that, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and start rotating over towards office in this position. Now as I start rotating to office here, we're going to go ahead and one of our teammates is going to die to a Goyo that went to bottom lobby. He's going to go ahead and get himself a free kill. I go ahead and shoot him in the back. I do light him up, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to kill him, and then my other teammate's going to go ahead and go down as well, so now we're in a nice 2v3 position. This tends to happen a lot when you go against champs where you're just like completely winning. You get first 2 picks and then your whole team just dies. I believe in this specific game I'm actually solo queue, so I'm like, okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and just drop here. I'm going to go ahead and try to look for this Goyo that I shot up earlier. He ends up actually rotating up metal, which honestly I didn't really expect him to rotate up metal in this position because my teammate was sitting inside the security this entire time. So my idea was to go ahead and try to kill the Goyo while he was downstairs. However, my teammate allowed him to rotate up, so yeah, that's unfortunate here. And then my teammate does go down, so now we're in a nice little 1v3 here. I breach out from downstairs here, and then I rappel up to the balcony here. Vigil's going to go ahead and run out here. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves a free kill into him and punish his aggression. And then the last two in this position are naturally not going to want to push me solo, because if they push me solo, there's a really high chance that I'm going to go ahead and kill them. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and just rotate into break room here. I'm going to basically assume that the last two guys are inside of sight because I don't have much time. I only have 20 seconds left, so I'm going to go ahead and rotate into sight here. There's going to be one guy on top of Africa here. I'm going to end up seeing like his gun or something in this position, so I'm going to swing aggressively. He's going to peek into me, and then we're going to go ahead and just pre-fire the last guy who's going to be on the other half wall. He basically tries to look for like the refrag, so I believe that's the reason why he just stands up in this position. And high champs, what they tend to do is they tend to play extremely aggressive, so I just played on the fact that the last guy in this position was going to basically peek me, and he did end up doing that, so I go ahead and get my pre-fire right there to secure the round. Now this next clip is actually going to be from my solo queue Copper to Champ videos. This is going to be a Scopos play that I did basically, and typically I don't really get to play Scopos because usually when I'm streaming I usually get like the whole house sent at me whenever I do play Scopos. So when that happens, I usually am not able to get very many good picks. But basically right here, we're going to be on the bunks. I believe the other part is called office, the bunks office bomb site. I believe that's correct. I could be wrong about that. And we're basically going to be roaming for the top floor here. I'm playing for top mez here. I wanted to prevent anybody from walking up to mez staircase. However, they're going to go ahead and actually push through our 6th room to go ahead and get up to vert. And basically it's going to turn into a 3v5 here. I'm basically just waiting for the enemy team to start making their vert. There's going to be a fuse as well as a buck in this position. So what I do is once they start getting comfortable on the vert, I'm going to go ahead and just start swinging aggressively here. You can see right here, I'm going to go ahead and kill a buck and a fuse. They're going to go ahead and line up right here. We basically waited for the enemy team to start bucking. They start fusing. That's going to mask the audio of me flanking, so we're able to swing aggressively there to get ourselves that free double kill. And then my teammate goes ahead and pings for mez staircase here. I'm going to go ahead and sit here and hold it for a little bit, but nobody's going to end up walking up my mez staircase here. So the rest of the enemy team in this position is going to basically be just trying to push for site at this point. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to actually end up rotating into server, and the idea is that if the enemy team is trying to push for office here, we're going to basically be peeking down on them from the hatch. We actually did pre-open this hatch during prep phase, so we're basically going to go ahead and just swing over. We know that the enemy team is inside the office here, so we're going to go ahead and kill ourselves, get ourselves a free kill onto IQ in this position. He is going to unfortunately break my Scopos shield, so I'm not going to be able to use that Scopos drone to get back into sight here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play a little bit of safe here. I'm just going to make sure that nobody else is pushing me for vertical here. And then what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm going to go ahead and just quickly check to see if I got diffuser on those 2 guys that are collided. I don't end up seeing diffuser, so I'm going to go ahead and just drop the hatch here as somebody actually walks into sight here. We're going to go ahead and kill Gridlock. Now we're in a nice 2v1 position. The last guy in this position is going to end up also being on that doorway here. So we're going to play a nice little cross angle with our Capcan here. Basically the way to win here is that once Capcan shoots, we swing aggressively is the idea. Now on this specific round, once Capcan shoots, he's going to end up actually killing the Ash, and then we're going to go ahead and secure the round. But if he doesn't end up killing the Ash, then what we would do is we would basically look for the refrag at that point, or we could even back up. We could run away. There's a lot of different options we could go for if he does end up losing that gunfight. Next up here, we're going to be over on coastline. We're going to be playing Snake. Now, typically, whenever I play Snake, I'm going to almost always be looking for some kind of roam clear. I actually think Snake is probably one of the best ops in the game currently for looking for the roam clear. Once again, we're playing against a bunch of champs here. The sunrise doorway was open here, and I didn't open it, so I know that there's going to be somebody lurking over by sunrise. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and pull out our Snake gadget here to check to see if there's anybody playing inside of sunrise. I didn't end up seeing anybody, so I ended up rotating up towards hookah here. The idea for this round is that I want to walk down cool vibes. However, what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to make my presence known that I am playing for cool vibes, because basically the idea is that I want to potentially walk down cool vibes to try to kill anybody that's potentially sunrise. And I'm also using the snake gadget here to just make sure that I don't get flanked, because my teammates are calling out that there are people upstairs in this position. So I go ahead and rotate down 90 here, and basically they're going to be on the 90 cam here. We're going to go ahead and swing aggressively anyway, though. One of my teammates tells me that the guy is on the hatch here, so we go ahead and nade through the drone hole here and then swing aggressively. My other teammate's going to end up killing him here, and then once again we're going to pull out our scanner here. We're going to make sure nobody's walking up white for us in this position. We're going to end up rotating back over towards cool vibes here, and the idea would be that we're going to start trying to make our push to kitchen here, because basically the way to like win at this point would be to try to walk into sight from the kitchen doorway at this point. Now ideally you'd want to have like a bunch of vert here, but my teammates didn't really bring that many vert operators, so at this point our main like way to win in this position would be to actually just rotate down cool vibes, rotating down lobby, and then try to pincer for sight would be the idea. And right here there's going to be a Mozzie that's going to swing me aggressively for bottom cool vibes. I don't know what he was thinking there, but I end up getting myself a free kill right there onto him. And then we're going to go ahead and just nade the barbed wire off of my kitchen doorway. One of my teammates is going to be giving me a call out that there's one guy that's going to be over into courtyard here, so we're going to go ahead and swing aggressively and get ourselves a free kill onto him first, because I don't want to get interrupted while I'm pushing sight here. We're going to go ahead and quick peek to sight doorway. We're going to see that Aruni is playing service on the super long angle. In these type of positions, what you need to do is basically just sprint past the angles. You can see right here, I sprint past the angle to go ahead and get into sight. He's going to whiff his shots, and then I'm going to go ahead and tell my teammate to go ahead and plant in this position. He actually ended up air jabbing the doorway here for service, so I don't actually have to worry about this Rooney killing us in this position. So I go ahead and look towards this Goyo that ends up flanking us. We end up getting audio for him, so we turn around and get that kill onto him, and then the other guy's going to end up hitting the air jab, and my teammate's going to go ahead and kill him, and we secure the round right there. It was a little bit shaky, but basically the reason why I turned around like that is because since we had that air jab, I'm able to just turn around to shift my attention towards the Goyo in that position, because he's going to be the highest likelihood of getting the kill onto both of us in that position if he does manage to swing with a pincer with the Rooney there. And if we're both looking at the Rooney, then obviously we're going to both die. So that's why I turn around there to kill the Goyo and secure the round with my teammate there off of him killing the Rooney. Now, next up here, we're going to be over on Fortress. We're going to be playing Snake here. We're going to go ahead and open up the doorway for, I believe this is like courtyard roof doorway for walking into like the bathroom master hallway basically. And the idea with this bomb site is that typically I'll open up that doorway early on in the round, so that way I can basically path back there. I can help my team out with the roam clear, and then I can path back there to basically swing for our execute would be the idea. We're going to see right here, I'm going to go ahead and drop old tower here. We're going to use our snake device here. We're going to end up just clearing out all of games. We're going to clear out all of dorms here, and then we're going to go ahead and pop our ability here. There's one guy that's going to be in the hallway here. Our teammate is going to go ahead and give me a call out that he's inside of the hallway here on the right side. So I use one of my nades. Unfortunately, it wasn't on the right side, but he is going to be on the hallway here. And you're going to see here, we're going to have two people over in that hallway, in that long hallway there, just playing like super aggressively. But what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and just rotate back towards that open doorway that we opened up earlier in the round, and we're going to try to make a play through that doorway, because basically if we can be quiet enough, we are going to get a free potential double kill for that hallway, since there was two guys there and we used our scanner for that. So you're going to see right here, I'm going to go ahead and go up this ladder. We're going to see there's two guys inside of the hallway here, and then we're going to go ahead and just swing aggressively here to get ourselves a free kill for I believe that was Smoke and Warden here. And then now we're in a nice 4v2 position. We're going to go ahead and scan again. We're going to see one guy inside a bathroom here, and I'm going to go ahead and just rotate into Master here. We're going to go ahead and kill Cade that was inside a bathroom. He tries to look for the kill into me, and then the last guy in this position, once again, we're going to whip out our scanner. We're going to see that he's over by a horse, and we're going to go ahead and scan him. He's going to basically be wide swinging here, so we're going to meet him at the head holes here to kill him and secure the round. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's step-by-step video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!